Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel's Contest of Champions. With today's episode, we're going to do some more Alliance Wars, because they're fun. Not really, it's a money grab by Kabam, but hey, it is what it is. You get nice charts. But anyways, I got a couple of different Alliance Wars. I do want to apologize now. The video on one of them kind of cut out real early, so I lost some of it. I actually had some real good fights in there too, which kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. You do what you can. I have a clinic on how to fight Nightcrawler with Evade still on, not even taking swashbuckler mode, which turns off his evade. So if you guys are ready for that and seeing how I just dominate like that, go ahead and hit that thumbs up right now. Let's get this started right here. Hey guys, welcome back. We got a couple more Alliance Wars. I've been asked about doing more Alliance Wars, so I'm trying to give it to you guys. In this one, I have actually these two Alliance Wars that I'm going to be doing. I have the middle path. I went ahead and boosted up so I can go ahead and walk through my whole path. So this first fight's going to be unblockable L1 node. So of course you go in with Daredevil, so he can auto evade any specials. This one's against the Cyclops. Cyclops, his L1 sometimes is tricky, but now with him being a mini boss in Alliance Quest Map 5, makes it much easier. See, I evaded it pretty easily, but he got that parry off real quick and knocked me up a little bit, but not bad. I evaded that one pretty easily, but you can see I tried to dash in for the attack, and I actually hit a light attack instead of a medium to dash him in. So, yeah, not fun. So I give him his L2. As long as I can keep my distance, I should be able to evade it. And I gave him his special though. But I was able to get a counter really quick, get a stun, be able to get a 7-hit combo, which pushed me back to another L1, and then finish him off right here. So I did get lucky, but that's why I always do a 7-hit combo instead of the 5-hit combo, because it a lot of times will push me to that next one. Also, I just want to let you guys know, my phone stopped recording in the middle of this. So you'll see me get up to the Thorns node in that fight, and then it went out. I cleared the entire left side of the map, and we end up going on and winning the fight. But everything after this point, you'll see in the middle of this fight, went away. I apologize. I'm not sure what happened. I got a phone call, went and checked on my device, still said it was recording, and then it just stopped. So again, I'm not completely sure what happened. It sucks because I had some really good fights in there and did really well. So, but it is what it is. Can't do much about it. The thing with Civil Warrior, why he's good on Thorns, is with his armor ups, the more he has, the lower defensive ability accuracy it gives you. So Black Widow, even at level 99, will start taking damage from Civil Warrior when he has enough armor nodes up. Okay, this is the second war. Again, I'm boosting up, going up the middle here. Again, unblockable L1. Me and the other guy, J-Lord, we had it set up where I'll take the unblockable node, then he takes the next node, and then I would get the Thorns node with my Black Widow because he brings in a Elektra, because I don't think Black Widow's duped yet. This one was interesting because it's unblockable L1 for Black Panther Civil Warrior, and that's the one thing you have to look out for, the stuns. When he has that armor up, you cannot stun him because it reverse stuns. So you got to treat him like a stun immune type person. Right here, I'm just trying to bait him into his L2. As you see, I did get beat up just a little bit, but nothing terrible. I did not know that could happen. That really, really surprised me that in the middle of my special, because I stunned him and he had an armor node up, I took damage. I mean, I got stunned in the middle of a special. It was crazy. I mean, Mordo doesn't even do that on we get your special off when he's done. That was the first time I've ever seen that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. If you have, please let me know down in the comment section. Because that's some good information to know for people who are fighting Black Panther Civil Warrior. Don't use people that stun, because he'll reverse stun you. So like I said, it really sucks on that last fight, on that last war, because I smoked a couple fools and it was nice. Like that Civil Warrior, I took out pretty easily. I mean, I took some damage, don't get me wrong, because he had enough armor nodes up and stuff, but I didn't take any hits or anything. I ended with like 60%, I think, 50%. And then the last few people was not bad. Trying to see what's going on here. Waiting for my buddy. He's taking out this one. This is the enhanced special, so he gets to trigger his abilities more often. So for like Black Widow against Nightcrawler here, he would actually still evade at level 99 Black Widow if you don't do it right. Now this is going to be a clinic on how to fight Juggernauts and how to fight Nightcrawler. I'm getting much better at fighting Nightcrawler just because I've been doing it more and more and more. And that's the biggie. When he's in this mode, even when not even on this enhanced node, he'll still evade a level 99 Black Widow. So you have to try to treat it like Spider-Man a little bit. Just keep your block up, play it really slow, and just try to work around it. His L1 used to be really tricky. I've gotten the hang of it a lot better. So he doesn't, because I used to get hit with that second hit because I would evade too fast. Now I know block and then at the last second come in and evade again. Now you can see with his heavy attack, you can double evade it. It's actually not that hard. Unlike you're doing with a girl where she does that roundhouse kick multiple times. Got him taken out really quick. It was actually pretty easy. Normally I struggle a lot with that, but I was actually able to take it out real easy, which for me is surprising. Okay, this is the Thorns node, so I'm going to go ahead, go with my Black Widow. She did take a little bit of damage, 8,000 health, so about 52%, 55% left. And it's a Black Panther Civil Warrior. And I screwed up right off the bat. Parried him when he had armor mode up, and it reverse parried me. So I'm already in a bad state. He's not the hardest person. You just have to be careful. If you get caught, you're going to be in trouble. And he can easily catch you on different aspects, especially if he reverse parries you or anything like that. You see, I'm just trying to get him to use a special. He's not using it, so I try to come in for an attack just to bait his special, and he gets his L1 off, and it pretty much crushes me. That bleed hurts a lot right now. And he just finished me off real fast. So, stuff happens. Got the first one, second one got me. Alright, so I'm taking the left path. My buddy just cleared the right node. I have this one. It doesn't let me know it's a Science or a Mystic, so I'm just going to use the shield and just sit there and block and try to figure out what's going on. It's another Nightcrawler. Like I said, in the past I've had a lot of issues, but this is going to be a clinic on how fighting Nightcrawler with multiple people, and he never goes off of his evade mode. If you get him in Swashbuckler, he doesn't evade anymore. So you just treat it like a normal fight. But he has to dash back, block for like 2 seconds, and then he'll go to switch the Swashbuckler. I got lucky right there. My stand your ground kicked in, and I was actually able to withstand that heavy, and I evaded the second heavy. Gotta love Cap's L2 with all that bleed. Even a little bit of damage I've taken, you can see it hasn't been much. Cap's just kind of putting work in. Hi, baby. My little girl's here. She's home from school, so she's just hanging out right now.
Nice to her.
Yep. Thank you, baby. And this next fight here is a science character. So, Elena is a science character. So I'm going to go in with Daredevil because I need some health. I thought it was going to be a Spidey. Turns out to be an Electro, which was interesting to me. I can still evade all the specials, so that's nice. Not a big deal. You just have to watch out for that static shock because you will take some massive amounts of damage. But what's the update? Your mystics take not as much damage as what your skills do. What?
Try Aaron.
My daughter's asking me to draw Ariel and Rapunzel and stuff, so I'm multitasking. It's called being a dad.
Mommy, Aaron.
Okay, Daddy will draw Mulan too. My stick figures are on point with her. So this one was really interesting because it was Wolverine. Wolverine's not hard. His specials are easy to evade. If you get caught, you can bleed out pretty quick. You can get bled out pretty quick, but it's not that hard. His life regen is the thing that's tricky. And I messed up quite a bit. That got tricky right there, so I didn't figure out until about halfway through this fight, as you'll see. Stop giving him his L2 because he's gaining too much life. I have to just do his L1, bait his L1, and then just take it from there. So I didn't figure that out until about a minute 30 or so in. And bad things happen, as you'll see here. You'll see how much he's gaining life right now. 692. My bleed's not that effective, so even with my L2, it's not going to do much. As you can see, he still has, what, 95% of his life, and we're a minute and a half into the fight. So I got to get him to use the special, get off that regen. He just won't use it. It's one of those things when the computer just refuses to use their special and it takes 4 minutes for it to work. Okay, finally used it. Okay. Get my L2 off. Start getting that bleed down. See, look how much is 282. Now he's back down to 2. So right there, I'm like, okay, I got to keep him on an L1. I'm not even close to taking this guy out yet. But I have less than a minute. So at this point, I'm trying to do as much damage as possible because I need to make the second fight going to be easier because I'm about to lose half my life. I know I could have used my Black Widow here and bypass a lot of that, but she's pretty beat up. Excuse me, no, she died against Black Panther Civil War, excuse me. So I can't even use her, or I normally would. So the shield it is, because Daredevil's beat up pretty bad. So you just get him to use that L1. You won't gain as much life. You can still overpower it with your L2. It's the last seconds of the fight. I'm just trying to do everything I can to, just chip away at the damage. I got him down. What's this here? I'd say about 70-75% of his life. So now that I realized, hey, only let him get to his L1 and then take him out. Let's do that. So made it work that way. So now that I have a game plan and knowing what I'm doing, this fight should be much easier, which it turns out to be much easier for me. I mean, he's getting 225, which is quite a bit, but it's not the 600 like he was. So just trying to be careful, just trying to make sure I do it right this time. 131's not bad. 155, used up to 177. Now back down to 5. So just you gotta keep right there in that zone and make sure that you can take him out pretty easily. The bleed, don't even hit him. Just let the bleed take care of it. All right, and he's down. Now we're gonna be on to the mini boss node, and I scouted these guys beforehand, and I thought, hey, it's probably going to be a Mordo. So, moment of truths here. It's a Mystic, so of course you take in your Science. And of course it's Mordo. Now this fight is going to be really nice. This is going to teach you how not to fight Mordo. If you want tips on fighting Mordo, this is not that. This is how to get wrecked by Mordo pretty quick. I've heard he does really well, and he can do real well, but man, I still have a little trouble with him. Just trying to bait him his specials. I normally just come up, do a couple hit combo, 2 or 3 hits, and back up, and then they don't get them to use their special. Well, against him, he still doesn't use it, and then just gets to an SL3. And so this is called wrecked. And I was eaten by some octopus monster thing. So first you don't succeed, go in with your other guy and get wrecked. So what the heck? Going with Daredevil. He has 50% health. I was just trying to see if anyone else would go in. And I'm like, let's go in and see what we can do here. Daredevil, I can evade his L1. So just in case he tries to catch me with that off guard, I should be able to auto evade it L2. It's not hard to evade, so that helps. So I just got to try to make him use his specials. Sorry about the little bit of delays in that. The kids were running around just trying to tell them to calm down. The other nice thing about this is you have that timer, so you're going to lose your special pretty quick. So if you don't do it fast enough, you're going to lose it. And I always forget about that stupid parry Astro Evade. Irritates me to no end a lot. Trying to get him to use a special. There he goes. Gotta make him use it. Got him use it again, which is great. And he has Max Mystic Dispersion, or at least 4. So he's already on 2 when he just used his special. So that's another issue I was having. Got him off to use that, but went straight to power gain with that hit, everything. Plus getting off the dexterity. Gave him his L3, and fight over. One of my buddies were able to finish him off. I believe our leader, Bean. So then we got to move up to the boss. We are in a fight right now. As you can see, we're at 55%. They're at 57%. They've taken out one boss. We got to take out this Juggy. So Juggy, as I've said multiple times on my videos, is my worst nightmare. That dude just crushes me always. I don't know why it is. I just can't fight him very well. The only way I can do decent is with the shield. Just stand there, block, 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 and when all else fails, block again. Because he is pretty, his fighting style is pretty straightforward. You can tell what he's going to do at all times. It's not like when it's with Nightcrawler and he gets all herky-jerky and you're not quite sure how he's going to fight you, or Spider-Man with the evade, all of a sudden just bam, he gets you. His is pretty straightforward. So you know what kind of to expect here. He has 96,000 health left. And this is multiple people fighting this guy to get him down to this point. This is my first go-in. I know a lot of people were having a lot of issues with him, and because he has Max Mystic Dispersion. So they're like, be careful, be careful. And he's a 455, so even better. So you just let him hit on that shield and then evade the heavy and then counter. Same thing with the specials, just evade and pound on them. As you're going to see for a lot of this, because of all this stuff he has up, I'm taking really no damage. Because as a lot of you already know, his dupe ability means when he has more buffs up, you take less, you get more block proficiency, which means you take less damage. So a lot of these are 0. The most I've seen is 90 so far. But still a lot of it's 0, 0, 0, 0. All that was 0 there. So just stand there, let him pound on the shield, and then do what you counter to get to your L2. Once you get that L2, let him bleed out. Even a 455 mini boss is still going to take, you're hoping, some damage from his L2. You're hoping that it will overpower it enough where you can, at least, even if it's 1 or 2 ticks of health, you want to be able to do that. But as you can see here, he's gaining just a little bit of life, like 60 points. So you're like, okay, now I got to readjust to this. I'm going to use your L1s now. You can see there, I messed up and took my guard down, tried to counter him, and it didn't work. And I got hit. So, hurt me a little bit there, but I know I'm still going to be okay because I'm just going to block. Putting in the work, using the L1 only now. Don't have to worry about stunning him. And the one thing I do a lot against Juggy is when he's on unstoppable mode, I completely space that he's unstoppable and I attack him. I do that so many times. Don't know why, but it is what it is. See, he still had unstoppable on. I thought it went off. It didn't, and he still beat me. So I'm seeing what kind of, if anyone's going to finish him off. If not, I'm going to go back in. My boy Jeek, one of the other officers, is in there putting in the work. I'm hoping I can try this again, just because I want to take out this boss. This will give us 1 boss to 1. They're at 58%. This will give us 56%. If one of the other battle groups can go ahead and get some more percentage cleared, we will at least tie this, and it'll come down to deaths. So the only thing you want in a tight alliance war like this is just make sure you keep as close as possible and then see where the chips fall. These guys were right around our same rating, like our PI, our alliance total. They're really, really close to us. I think we're a little bit higher than them, but not by very much. So it's not like one of those 6,000s again. I mean, 6 million versus 9 million type thing. No, I think we're 8 million. They were like 7.8 million. So nothing biggie. And these guys played it this new way, which I completely hate, which is wait until the last hour or two and then everyone bored. Just fight. Why wait? He only has 12,000 left. I'm going to go ahead and use a level 3 revive. I have the 6 small pelts. I'm just going to throw on them just in case. If I take any real hits, I know I'm dead. So I got to be extra cautious on this. So again, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Block, 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 hit, hit, counter. And he's almost dead at this point. So I'm feeling really good about this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please hit that thumbs up. That greatly helps me. If you're enjoying the content I'm creating, please consider leaving a sub on my channel. That also helps out a lot. Other than that, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys on the flip.